Alright, to get the mirror out of the housing, press in at the top. There, on the back side there's 2 prongs, and then there's 2 clips that actually attach the backing plate to the inside of the mirror. So we're just going to reach in. It does require some force. And that's it. Alright, so that's the top. It slides into the backing, and then you've got 2 prongs. This is what you're trying to pop out. So there's nothing to break, it just feels like you've got a lot of force on it. The next part is to actually free the glass from the backing plate itself. You've got a plastic lip that you have to work around the glass. You're basically rolling it off. So start with this corner, work around. After you get this off, you'll actually hold your thumb here, keep it from popping back on, and then work your way around. So we'll see if we can get this one to pop out. And yes, it'll want to pop back on, which is a little frustrating, but you'll get it if you keep working at it. Okay, so just got to get an edge exposed and then continue to work around. You're basically rolling the edge of the plastic off. One option you have is, if you have a credit card or something thin, plastic preferably, you can just kind of wedge it in here to keep that from popping out. And if you're careful, you can actually use it to push the plastic away from the mirror. So see, we've got a nice gap here. So we'll try to keep that, pull it out, and then work around this way. I'm not putting too much pressure on this at all, because if you do put a hard pressure point behind that glass, it will break, and you know, we want to avoid that as much as possible. So as I'm going around, putting a little pressure in the back and then rolling the edge around. So now we have basically 3 sides free. And just don't rip it out, because there is a chance that it'll pop. And there it is. Alright, so this is how the mirrors come to you. Just a piece of glass. The adhesive pads are actually going to act as your anti-shatter film. What you want to do is you want to place these on the back side of the glass, just roughly in the center. Works just fine. Peel off the paper backing so you expose the adhesive, and now we're going to put it back in the housing. So we're going to start by placing the fat end first and get it underneath the lip. Now, you'll be tempted just to go ahead and try to press it in, and that's automatically going to break it. What you want to do is you want to slowly work that edge up onto the glass. Very gently. If you get to a spot that has some resistance, like right here, it's getting a little hard to push it on, so I'm actually going to switch over to this side. And I'm rolling that plastic up. Not really pushing on the glass too much, just holding it in place. Like right here, you see I've got an exposed edge. I want to keep from pushing on that as much as possible. So where I'm putting pressure, if I'm putting pressure on the glass, is on the very edge of it, not on the face. Just slowly work it up into place. Try to shine it this way. On the 2012s, what I've discovered is we've got a little bit of a shape difference, and you'll notice in this top corner here, so if you can get on close on that, it'll actually show, is that we've got a little bit of a gap. So that's going to be up to you guys. We're going to have to talk about that, see if we need a different mirror for the 12s and ups, or 12 and up, or if we can get, or if we're happy with it. Alright, so on 12s and ups, it looks like the clips are a little different. On the 11s and down, there, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little detention point that actually clips onto the top. On the 11s, it just slides in. So you actually have to, when you put in the top, you have to put a little pressure on it till it pops into place. Then you can rotate it down. When you're installing it, you can look from underneath and with the flashlight and actually see what you're doing. You want to make sure that it's high enough in there that when you rotate it down, your two clips actually land in the correct spot. Alright, so now it's clipped in place and it's actually kind of held there. Get the other side in. Alright, so that's both of those. Make sure that the tabs are lined up. And just push it back into place and you're done.